Good day, viewers, and welcome to today's Sport Trap Show. I am your host, Brian Munango, updating you on the latest sports news. Well, there is so much for us to talk about today. I want to start off by first congratulating Manchester United for getting a big win against Aston Villa. That game was big for us Manchester United fans. And also, Lokales Lekker, the futsal national team, did as well at in Tanzania when they took on Tanzania in the qualifiers match. And now they play in the AFCON futsal tournament that's taking place in April, and that will be in Morocco. So there is a lot of things to be excited about. Khomas Nampol get the best of the African Stars. I don't think a lot of us saw that coming, but yes, now that team sits on top of the table. That is Khomas Nampol. So we'll be getting into that a little later. But let's first get into our first segment, Lesoko Joel.
Champions League, we've got the favourites, and if they're on song, well, they'll give us a bit of everything to enjoy. Well, here we go, the first of taste, and the break is on here. It's a red card. Vinicius Junior! Oh my goodness! There was space foul! Lewandowski! Oh, magnificent! That is a stunner! Haaland! What a finish! Coming onto it now to shoot! Champions of Europe, finally!
The 2023-24 UEFA Champions League. Be moved with every game live on SuperSport. Upgrade to Compact Plus.
Okay, so we all know the biggest tournament in Africa concluded last night. We have a few pictures for you guys to look at to just see how Ivory Coast celebrated their win of their third AFCON tournament. Well, this is the first nation, the first host nation to win the AFCON since 2006, where Egypt did the same thing. So these guys were very happy. Huge congratulations to them, knocking out the Eagles, which is Nigeria. And then for the third place players, just to give mention, we all know that South Africa took bronze against DR Congo there. So this tournament was definitely a fantastic tournament where we saw over 100 goals being scored. Namibia doing us proud, getting through to the round of 16s and also winning our first game at the tournament. It is with not sadness but with happiness to know that the tournament has concluded, and us as fans, we are very happy with what we saw in this tournament. And that's all that we do have for you for Lesoko Joel. Hit list is up next right after this.
The Premier League and UEFA games that matter, and the world's...
Oh, that's wonderful! And that is what champions do!
It feels good to football with GoTV.
Works space well, and scores!
Nobody but GoTV gives you all the games of La Liga and the DStv Premiership.
This is extraordinary! Oh.
The Premier League and UEFA games that matter, and the world's favorite cup competitions. Get your Go Coder with 1 month of Super for only $799 to enjoy the football Vuma. GoTV. Love it.
Well, I was at the airport not long ago just to catch up with the guys that came back from Tanzania. That is the Futsal Namibia team that officially has landed after qualifying for Futsal AFCON 2024 at their first attempt for the first time. So this is big news for us in Namibia. I did catch up with a few of the guys. I spoke to the coach. I spoke to the team manager. That's the founder of Futsal, also Andre, and a few of the players. So let's have a look at the interviews, and please do enjoy.
Out from Tanzania. No one expected that you guys would turn it around like that, but how was it, and the excitement in the camp after the match?
It was, I tell you, one of the most emotional experiences I've ever experienced. I think for everybody was one of the biggest experiences in football that we've all had together, but also individually. We all pulled together as a team. The heat in Tanzania is not a joke. It's really humid. We're talking 80-90% humidity, hard to breathe. The court wasn't up to standard, but you know what? Our boys came on. They fought their hearts out and we won. And the celebrations were just, I mean, continuous, and everybody knew in that part of Dar es Salaam who Namibia is.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Andre, I have another question for you. Going into this game, I knew we all were very skeptical about the score. But tell us, how did you guys make sure the team was motivated to go grab all the points in Tanzania?
You know what? Personally, I woke up every morning and I went to the breakfast table and I said, guys, where are we going on Friday? We're going to the game. I said, no, I can't hear you. Where are we going on Friday? I said, no, we're going to war. That's what we're doing. So the boys came with a really, really warrior mentality, a brave warrior mentality. We are called the Brave Fives. That's our name for our national team of futsal.
Yeah.
And everybody was very excited. The boys were motivated. They were focused. They listened to the coach. They listened to instructions. And every single touch of the ball was done correctly and was done really with a lot of passion.
Okay, this is probably just like a bite of the cake. We still have the actual tournament that's happening in April.
Yep.
So from here on out, I mean, the job only begins now.
Yep.
So tell me, what's next? What's the plan?
Oh, you know, a lot of things. We had I think 3 times 5-hour management meetings already in Dar es Salaam planning. There's a lot of work ahead of us, but we are very confident with the spirit within the crowd, with the spirit in the team. We have a big support from NFA, a big support from our sponsors, you know, JSB, and a lot of other people that came on board to assist us. But we're definitely starting camp again soon. We're getting a lot more serious into fitness levels and strategy. We're starting to analyze all the other games that happen as qualifiers. We're looking at the teams that have made it, such as Zambia, Libya. You know, of course, the 3 giants, Egypt, Angola, and Morocco. So, but anything is possible. You know, the top 3 make it to the World Cup. We've turned this around. I don't see why we shouldn't be like Cote d'Ivoire, who barely made it through, won the AFCON. Why can't it be Namibia going to the World Cup?
Love it. Okay, thank you for your time, Andre.
No problem. Thank you.
Achievement for Namibia.
No, it's really a great day today and or the week actually. For us now to qualify also now for AFCON futsal, which is a great achievement. This was certainly not on our plans. We knew about futsal, but now we're doing very great. And it shows you why futsal is such a fast-growing sport in the world. And we're part of it. And I'm very glad to be part of this team. To Andre, his team, the Brave Fives, congratulations. I think now the work starts. I think the expectations are basically there that we qualify for the World Cup. If we can do it this way, why not? And we're looking forward. I think the next month and a half is preparation for AFCON futsal. And as I said, we'll meet in the World Cup.
Thank you.
Okay, a question from my end is, we played in the AFCON tournament, Namibia, the Brave Warriors. We did really well there at the tournament, winning our first game, getting to the round of 16, and then we now qualify for the futsal AFCON tournament that is. So how big is this for football in Namibia? How good are we? How good does this show of how Namibia is doing in football?
I think it's a moment to be very, very thankful and we should be proud of what we've done. I mean, futsal has started 4 or 5 years ago. Look where we are now. Yes, maybe in Africa not as high as done as other countries are doing it, but we're there and we're becoming part of the leaders in futsal. So it's a great thing, and I think having the momentum now, doing so well in AFCON, doing well now here, we must just keep the momentum we have there. The passion is there, we've got the support. I think just keep the momentum, do the right things right, and we'll keep football going and grow into even bigger things.
Okay, thank you very much.
Then, what does it feel, to be named man of the match after the match? This is a historical win for Namibia.
What can I say? To be honest, we have to give all the blessings to God because He brought us there. As soon as we stepped out of the airport, we were like, this is a new environment. It was very humid. But when we went to the field, it was like we already knew we won. We were the ones singing. Tanzania were in the bus quiet, so we knew that we already won the game mentally, and then we decided to do it on the field.
And being the man of the match?
Being the man of the match, for me, it's not the most important thing. I think the most important thing is that we are going to Morocco as a team, and that's what's most important.
Thank you very much.
Okay, question is, you played a very important game here at home. We saw you getting off in the last quarter of the games, and we saw you playing a wonderful game. But in Tanzania, just tell us, how was the atmosphere before the game, before you guys got on the pitch? How was it having to play away and coming away with a win?
Ooh, the environment that side was very hostile. Very hostile. Before the game even started, you could hear. But the thing is, when you're there, you don't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't even take it in. You don't take it in. So you just play your game. And obviously you have to play a few mind games. So when the ball went out, the ball boy would roll the ball back in, but I would leave his ball and go get it on its outside, just to play on their mind a bit. I feel like getting to Morocco was the goal. I think we got there. I think there were a lot of people that cried. There were a lot of people that knew how much effort we put in, and how much people that actually go to work and they actually put the hours in to come work for the team. And we know that it meant a lot for the nation as well.
You know, futsal is not a recognized sport in Namibia, like really. Not a lot of people know about futsal, but you guys went out and won the tournament for the first time. For you personally, what does this mean and what's next for you?
For me, it's a big goal that futsal can finally be recognized now as a big stage match and sport in Namibia. I think now that we've done this, is the first pioneers to be the team that won, and we took the team to AFCON. I feel like we've already set our names in history.
Yeah.
So we know that we're gonna make the country proud again when we go to Morocco in April, and that's our plan.
Thank you.
To the AFCON tournament, scoring a hat-trick, that's big really. After you scored the hat-trick, what was there for you in your mind running around there?
First of all, I would like to thank God for everything and for the hat-trick, because when the game started, I was nervous, a lot of pressure, and at the beginning I gave a goal first. They scored against us, I'm the one who gave the goal, and then it was a lot of pressure from the coach and everyone, but I kept my head up and I scored the first goal, and then the second goal, and then the third goal came, and I feel like a champ, you know, scoring a hat-trick and taking my country, not only but my country to AFCON. So I feel like a champ. Let me say I am a champ, and I'm really happy to represent my country.
Thank you.
Salote, you played a fantastic game. Even here in Namibia, we all know we're watching you from home. You played a good game. Just tell us, what was the difference in Tanzania? What did you do to your game to score the hat-trick for Namibia? And I spoke to Andre, and Andre said something about you were very angry that you only scored a hat-trick. You wanted more goals. So yeah, just tell me about that.
The difference in Namibia, as I say, it was a lot of pressure. I was nervous as well, and I don't know if you heard, I landed from Portugal, so it was a bit tough to adjust to some players, and I haven't played for a while. But in Tanzania, when I went there, it was I was like, I know I can do better. I know I can take my team to this AFCON and to the World Cup. And as Andre said, yeah, I was really pissed because I knew I could score like more than 3 goals. So yeah.
Okay, so what's next for you? I mean, Morocco is the next step. So what do you need to do to improve your game skills for Morocco?
What do I need to do? I just have to keep on training. It's up, and I think that's all. Just have to keep on pushing hard, training hard, and because most of the things are already here. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Salote.
Thanks.
Okay, ons is met CJ van Beek. CJ, 8 Tanzania, 8 qualified for Morocco. Sê net gou vir ons, wat was experience, bro?
Eerstens, ek wil net sê, baie dankie vir die Here daarbo. Het ons gebeskerm die hele pad op en af terug hier na toe by die huis. Die experience was once in a lifetime reg, want ek is bly dat ek gemis het. Ek was daar met die span deur alles gewees, en dit is as 'n span saam te gaan, is baie beter as enigiets anders. The bonding and everything happened very good.
I mean, almal hier so by die is baie trots op julle. So enige messages wat jy het vir die mense wat gekyk het van hier af, wat geskree het, finaliste hier af, ja, en ons wat nog julle
gesupport. Dankie julle almal vir die support, die constant bel en SMS om ons te sê geluk en alle voorspoed vir die game, alles. En ons baie gemotiveer om het harder te kan doen by die oefeninge, en ons het dit gedoen en ons is bly ons uitkoms is so gewees.
Okay, laaste vraagie. Soos julle in die game ingegaan het, was julle 5-2 agter. Sê net gou vir my, hoe was die spirits in die locker rooms voor die game, dat julle die game so hard gewen het?
Die spirit was amazing geweest in die locker room. Ons het hier 'n stukkie van vrees gehad, ons het full force ingegaan en ons het hulle gaan gewys, ons is Namibia spelers en ons kan dit doen.
Okay, thank you, bro. Well, we are joined by the head coach of the Futsal Namibian team. Coach, you guys did us proud in Tanzania. Just run us through it. What was going through your mind before the game? How did the boys do in the match? And yeah, how do you feel about us making it for the first time in this tournament?
I will tell you, we had a couple of interviews Me as the coach, I remain calm. I believe in the boys. I trust in them. We had a game plan. We knew our preparation will get us the result to Morocco, and that's what happened. We had a lot of motivational talks with our ambassador, which is in Tanzania, and that day we just decided, no, this one we are going to do it for our late president, and we kept our promise and we brought the points and the victory.
Okay, you know, you and I spoke after the last match, and you said all you guys can do now is be composed, be calm, and take the game to Tanzania, and that's what you guys did. What was the difference in Tanzania compared to our first game at home?
I must say, maybe the boys were just nervous here at home, but in Tanzania, we were all calm, we were all confident, the spirits were high, the boys went out and they delivered right from the start.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, the National Bowls League officially kicked off today, not today, but on a Friday at the Swakopmund Bowls Park. President of the Swakopmund Bowls Club, Diana Viljoen, shares excitement towards the start of the league, while the Swakopmund Bowls Club are taking on Walvis Bay Namib Park in the mixed teams, as well as the women in the men's team. That is, of course, video is compiled by Precious Ntonapo. Let's have a look.
Good afternoon. My name is Diana Viljoen. I'm the president for Swakopmund Bowls Club. And we are here to kick off our national league today. So we have a league between all the bowling clubs in Namibia, where we play a home and away game. We travel to Tsumeb, to Windhoek, and also to Walvis Bay. So today we're playing against Nama Park Bowls Club, which is the bowling club in Walvis Bay. They are playing us on our home turf, which is the blue. And tomorrow we will be playing Walvis Bay at Nama Park in Walvis Bay. So we've got a staggered start today because we've only got 3 rings. On our blue bowling green that is just a year old, we actually had our opening for this club, which is a very, very new club. We had it a year ago on the 13th of February. So we only have 3 rings, and there are 4 teams that need to play today. So we'll have a staggered start. We've got the 2 o'clock session that has just started with the mixed teams. Each club has got a premier men, a premier ladies, as well as 2 mixed teams. So the mixed teams are playing now, and at 4 o'clock when they are done, the premier men and ladies will go up for the late afternoon session. We look forward to the league this year because Swakopmund Bowls Club has actually grown quite big in the last year in members. So last year we only managed to enter 3 teams in the league, which also means that we could never have a chance of winning the overall league of the National League. This year we've got enough members to enter 4 teams, so we can also get a chance for the overall. We look forward to that.
Yeah, this is our first game of the season. We've obviously just started the league. Our selection for the 4 teams is very new, so we're testing the new guys today. Everybody has a chance to prove themselves in their new positions. It's going to be very interesting. As you can see, we have an artificial green, so that's also going to be a challenge for the opposition. Tomorrow we have an away game at Walvis Bay against our same opponents, and we'll be playing on their new green, which is also an artificial green. So the whole weekend is all very new for all of us, and it's going to be an exciting start for the year.
I'm Stephen Peake. I'm from Nama Park Bowling Club. I've been playing bowls since I was 10, so it's now close to 34 years. By our club, we're looking forward to the league and the starting of it. We've done renovations on our greens. It's a new artificial surface, and it's going to be the first time the league will be played there, and we're looking forward to it. And it's going to be interesting for the weekend.
Well, Weekend Drop is up next, so we'll be talking about the African Stars who lost against Khomas Nampo, so do stay tuned for that.
We've always had the bravery to stand up for what is Namibian, from protecting our homes to fighting injustices. We still celebrate what it means to us and raise a glass to those who show their bravery. No matter how they take on the world, with all this potential in the land of the brave, what will you do to make this Namibia your Namibia?
We can all agree that this was a weekend full of upsets. African Stars lose to Khomas Nampo 2-0. Nampo now lead the league with 40 points, and we also saw a UNAM coming up against Okakarara. But we do have post-match interviews after the game, so let's have a look.
You know, after a long time playing home, it was really good. The crowd was boosting us. I think after they got a red card, we beat in a rush. We started making silly mistakes. We're not keeping the ball more. We're not patient, and I think it led to the draw.
Considering the rainy weather, did it have any impact?
Not really that much. It was just a bit. The ball was a bit bouncy and everything, but we managed it in the second half. No, we're just looking forward to Blue Waters and on Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that we conceded that goal because it was our mistake. And we didn't come here to lose points. If every man starts, each team has 1 point. So during the break, I told them that the point that we started with, we need to get it back. So I spoke with them a bit hard. So we had to come back and fight for that 1 point.
Okay. How important was this in boosting the confidence of the players, and how will it contribute to the performance going forward in the Jabulani Premiership?
It was very, very, very much important to get a point because the last weekend we beat Chula at home, so we needed to keep up with the momentum. We needed to keep it. Unfortunately, we got a red card, which disrupted our plans also. So, but at the end of the day, 1 point is we are happy with it.
Yes, Tiga, how are you?
Yes, not so good. Tough game, tough day at the office.
Yeah, not the result you're hoping for.
Indeed,
but
indeed.
What's your assessment of that match?
No, of course, having a Nampol very fresh. I think they last played on Thursday. It's not that we want to give excuses, but I think we arrived 3 hours before this game. We arrived straight into the pre-match meal, and then we have to come and play the game all the way from Marintal. I think they have a fresher playing bodies today. They harass us on the ball. They knew that we were coming from Kietwans. So their game plan was around harassing us and being very offensive. I mean, strong in their offensive attack. They were running us, especially when they had the ball. They were throwing bodies at us. So that's their game plan. I mean, they also defend very deep on top of their box, and then they play those long balls, and I think they give us a lot of problems today.
Unfortunate penalty there, just a flick of the heels, and the ref gave that one.
Yeah, no, it was a penalty. It was a penalty. You know, Jackie had the ball, and then the ball moved away from him, and he wanted to run after the ball to clear it. Unfortunately, the attacker was faster than him. He got first to the ball, and I think it's a typical penalty, and it happens, especially when you had the ball and you lose it, and you are trying to recover it.
Any message to the fans, the supporters?
Of course, the supporters must always be behind the boys. You know, in football, there will always be days like this, but it's not the end of the road. You know, it's a league, it's a marathon. We still have a couple of games to play before the end of the season. And of course, we are going to work hard, go back to the drawing board now and try and redeem ourselves next weekend. Sure, thanks.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news first. Tennis news from the WTA Women's Tour, and it was the Abu Dhabi Championship won by Elena Rybakina, and she beat Daria Kasatkina in the final by 6-1 and 6-4. It is Rybakina that is number 5 in the world at the moment, and this is her 7th career win on the WTA Tour. She's also the 2022 Wimbledon champion. The next tournament on the WTA women's calendar, that will be the Qatar Open, and that will be a thousands tournament, meaning all the top players in the world will play in that. The number 1 seed in that tournament will be Iga Swiatek of Poland, and number 2 seed will be Coco Gauff of the USA, with Elena Rybakina being number 3 seed. Moving on to golf news, and it is news from the PGA Tour first. It is Nick Taylor of Canada that won the Waste Management Phoenix Open over the weekend. He won it in a playoff against Charlie Hoffman, both of them finishing on 21 under par. Good news for Nick Taylor. He moves up to 28th in the world on the world rankings. He was number 55 before the start of the tournament. Then on the European Tour,